Hey, so this is Dishant from Unica University Common Application. I recommend you to watch AAU television.
AAU TV is the place to be for every person in higher education in Africa. Better be there or be nowhere.
Continuez de regarder la télé et surtout sur le AAU.
Keep watching it and it will change the way you interact with higher education on the continent. AAU, great job.
I want to tell you that AAU television is fantastic, it's educative, it's informative, and it is a must for anybody who is interested in higher education in Africa.
When I was in Accra last year, I did an interview on this TV. It's a very important mouthpiece.
It's a data, it's a bank of all we need for the development of higher education in Africa.
People should make an effort to view it because it discusses very current issues of development across the continent.
I believe that the station will continue to promote the overall development of Africa, particularly in the tertiary education sector.
AAU TV provides a platform and shares a lot of information to a broader audience. So we wish you all the best and please continue serving
AAU TV,
the voice of higher education in Africa.
It's 12 o'clock GMT and this is the AAU TV Midweek News coming to you live from the headquarters of the Association of African Universities. And to our top stories for today. In higher education, Haldane University resumes medical classes after war hiatus. In discovery, Turkish innovators develop plasma-powered solution to combat drought. In entertainment, Afrobeat star Davido launches social media app. At international, Israeli strike kills 22 in Gaza displacement camp mosque. Please stay with us for more news on the AAU TV Midweek News. We will be right back. My name is Jemima, Deladem. Welcome back from the break and to our story in detail. Students at the Faculty of Medicine and General Surgery at Haldane University in East Dafa have resumed in-person learning after nearly 2 years of interruption due to war. Hadi Ahmed Mohammed, a medical student, shared with Radio Tamaju that lectures resumed smoothly on Sunday. He observed a growing number of students attending classes each day as news of the resumption spread.
Mohammed, the medical student, emphasized that the state is now safe and stable, encouraging his peers to return to their studies. Amina Abdullah Mohammed, another student, expressed her joy at the beginning of her general surgery coursework. General surgery consultant Dr. Mahmoud Daklash, assigned to teach surgery courses, stated that studies would span 12 weeks, covering general surgery, urology, pediatric surgery, and vascular surgery. Dr. Daklash added that students would engage with clinical and practical cases at Haldane Hospital and in the college's skills laboratory. The return to in-person learning marks a significant milestone for the university, which had relied on virtual learning due to the insecurity following the war that began on April 15, 2023. While many Sudanese universities remain closed or continue with virtual classes, Haldane University has reopened its doors, offering a renewed opportunity for medical students to pursue their education amid improved safety and stability. Sudanese universities closed down following a war between the Sudan Armed Forces and the Rapid Support Forces in the capital and in several other states. Due to the insecurity, the universities resorted to virtual learning, with the exception of Alden University, which has now opened its door to students.
Still on higher education, the fragile peace in Nigeria's public universities may be under threat as the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, SANU, and the Non-Academic Staff Union of Universities and Associated Institutions, NASU, have mobilized their members for a national protest in July 18, 2024. The Joint Action Committee of NASU and SANU has directed local protests on university campuses for July 9, 2024 as a precursor to the nationwide protest.
The unions are demanding payment of 4-month salary arrears from 2022, which have remained unpaid despite a directive from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The unions have been prolonged in battle with the federal government over unpaid salaries from their participation to an indefinite strike called by the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, in 2022. Despite President Tinubu's directive to pay the affected staff, SANU and NASU members have yet to receive their salaries. In a bid to avert the strike, the federal government invited union representatives for a meeting with the Minister of Education, Professor Mantahi. However, according to a joint notice issued by NASU General Secretary Prince Peters Adeyemi and SANU President Mohammed Ibrahim, the meeting yielded no convincing commitment to resolving the salary issue or other grievances. In response to the government's perceived lack of action, JAC has outlined a series of industrial actions. All branches of NASU and SANU are instructed to hold meetings on July 8, 2024 to prepare members for the protest. A one-day protest occurred on July 9, 2024 at each branch, leading up to a national protest in Abuja on July 18, 2024. Further strike actions will be announced after the national protest.
In health, experts have raised concerns about the growing prevalence of genetically modified organisms, GMOs, warning of potential risks to human health, the economy, and the environment in Nigeria. At a program themed Human Rights, Food Justice, and Sugar-Sweetened Beverages, SSB, organized by the Corporate Accountability and Public Participation Africa, GAPA, in Lagos, experts argued that GMOs are not the solution to Nigeria's hunger crisis. They emphasized that 70% of the world's food is produced by small-scale farmers, not large industrial planters.
Nimo Bassi, Director of Health of Mother Earth Foundation, highlighted that access to safe and nutritious food is a basic human right. He expressed concern over the lack of transparency in Nigeria's GMO approval process, noting that over 20% GMO varieties have been approved and some are already in circulation. Bassi stressed that Nigerians are being unknowingly exposed to GMOs. Kimbode Oluwafemi, CAPE's executive director, criticized the chemicalization of foods, calling it a health disaster. He warned that GMOs could negatively impact local communities, public health, and livelihoods. Dr. Francis Fagbule from University College Health and University of Ibadan also condemned the secrecy surrounding GMOs, stressing the need for consumers to make informed decisions about their food. In May, the House of Representatives urged the Nigerian government to suspend the commercialization of GM crops due to safety concerns. Following a motion by Mukhtar Shagaya, the House directed its Committee on Agricultural Production and Services to investigate the introduction of GMOs by the National Biosafety Management Agency and assess potential health and environmental risks. The debate over GM seeds continues to be a contentious issue among scientists, environmentalists, and food activists in Nigeria and globally.
Stick with us for Discovery News after the break.
Are you a university, college, high school, private organization, NGO, individual professor, instructor or facilitator seeking to take advantage of the numerous benefits of online education? Look no further. The AAU eLearn Africa LMS is a great opportunity to begin your journey to online course development and creation for teaching, learning and training purposes. AAU eLearn Africa LMS, which is a partnership between the Association of African Universities and eLearn Africa, has made available ease to use online learning tools to all stakeholders within the educational ecosystem of the African continent. This is to enhance teaching and learning in the bid to expand online learning opportunities for students in Africa. The online platform is open and available for free to all stakeholders and facilitates virtual access to classes without needing the other tools such as Zoom, Microsoft Teams, among others. For more information, visit www.elearnafricalms.com or contact us via aaulms@aau.org or estherm@elearnafrica.com. Follow us on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook at AAU eLearn Africa LMS.
Welcome back from the break. And in Discovery, 17-year-old Benza, runner-up for Earth Prize, has unveiled a groundbreaking solution to combat the impact of climate change on agriculture in Turkey. Living in the historically rich region of Mesopotamia, now plagued by climate change and drought, Benza and her teammate Dinah have developed an innovative drought-defying plasma-powered crop solution named Plasma.
Their innovation aims to tackle the pressing agricultural challenges faced by their community. While many young people advocate for climate action through protest, Beza and 18-year-old Dia have taken a scientific approach. Dia expressed frustration at the inaction of larger authorities, stating, "Since we are not able to change the climate itself, we are trying to solve the effects of it." Teaming up with fellow inventors on Team Series, they entered their project Plasma into the Earth Prize, a global competition supporting environmental sustainability initiatives. Beza explained that Plasma was born from the agricultural difficulties observed within their community and families. Their region suffers from a 40% decline in precipitation, leading to an 80% crop loss. According to the World Economic Forum, the probability of crop failures could be 4.5 times higher globally by 2030 and 25 times higher by 2050. Plasma aims to mitigate these issues by creating resilient crops and enriching irrigation water using plasma technologies. Priced at €176, Plasma can prevent crop loss by up to 60% and reduce fertilizer use by 40%. Beza noted that farmers were enthusiastic about the device, which is user-friendly and requires just a few button clicks. Despite being teenagers, Beza and her team are making significant strides in addressing the effect of climate change on agriculture.
In sports, a car bomb detonated outside a popular cafe in Mogadishu, Somalia on Sunday night, killing at least 5 people and injuring over 20. The explosion occurred as patrons inside were watching the Euro 2024 football final between Spain and England. According to a staff member at the cafe, all customers inside survived the blast. Mohammed Salad, a worker at Top Coffee, confirmed the initial death toll and the extent of the injuries.
Somali authorities have confirmed 5 deaths and 12 injuries from the recent bombing. Most casualties were among those outside, while everyone inside survived. However, there was extensive damage to vehicles and properties, reported Salad, a spokesperson of the Somali police. The Somali police confirmed these figures, though some sources later reported that the death toll had risen to 9. Survivor Mohammed Mus described the chaotic scene at the bombing explosion. He said he heard a loud, horrifying explosion during the first half of the game they were watching, and everyone had to scramble to save their lives. The militant group Al-Shabaab, which has a history of attacks in Somalia, claimed responsibility for the bombing. The group, part of the Al-Qaeda network, stated it targeted a location frequented by security and government personnel. This attack comes amid an ongoing offensive by the Somali government against Al-Shabaab, which controls significant areas of the country. The explosion caused extensive damage to nearby vehicles and buildings, and the casualty figures are expected to rise as investigations continue. Despite a recent lull in violence due to government efforts, this attack highlights the persistent threat posed by Al-Shabaab in Somalia.
In entertainment, renowned Afrobeat artist Davido has expanded his digital footprint by launching a new social media app called Chatter. Davido announced the launch in a widely shared post on his official X handle on Friday, revealing that he co-owns the app with his close friend, Seb Banko. Chatter is designed as a social audiovisual platform to connect content creators with a dynamic community to amplify their voices.
Kant Internet project in the past 8 months. His previous digital endeavors have drawn both praise and criticisms from various quarters. Earlier this year, Davido introduced his own cryptocurrency, Davido Coin. Although it initially attracted considerable attention, the cryptocurrency faced backlash and skepticism from the crypto community after its value plummeted shortly after launch. Critics accused the project of being a scam and a rug pull. Despite the controversy surrounding his previous ventures, Davido continues to innovate in the digital space with Chatter, aiming to provide a platform for content creators to thrive and connect with their audience.
We'll go for break, and when we come back, we'll bring you more news on business and international. Stay tuned.
Looking for a job in higher education institution on the African continent? There is no need to go looking. The Africa Education Jobs Board will deliver available jobs to you via our platform. To start your search, visit our website. On our website, you will find variety of job postings classified by the sectors and professions they belong to. There are sections devoted to variety of career-related materials, as well as information on African countries. All information you require based on the job description and requirements are accessible on the site. If you are looking for a job in higher education on the continent, use our dedicated portal www.africa.edujobs.com. For job market updates, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at AF Jobs Board.
Explore a whole new world of exciting visuals with AAU TV. Get ready for a mix of interesting talk shows, interviews, discovery documentaries, and news on AAU TV. It's not just about watching TV, it's about experiencing something special. AAU TV reaches over 25 countries in Africa, bringing you a blend of knowledge and fun. Learn about different cultures as you enjoy the shows. If you have events or want to showcase your business, we've got you covered. Watch AAU TV free-to-air channel on satellite. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly known as Twitter, at AAU TV. Reach out on call or WhatsApp us at +233 26 629 6601 or +233 20 399 5210. AAU TV, the voice of higher education in Africa.
In business, Egypt's urban inflation rate decreased for the fourth consecutive month in June, falling to 27.5% from 28.1% in May, as reported by the country's statistics agency on Wednesday. The decline marks a continuation of the downward trend that began in September 2023, when inflation peaked at 38%. This drop follows the government's adoption of an inflation targeting model and a flexible exchange rate.
Core inflation, excluding volatile items such as fuel and certain food products, also saw a decline, dropping to 26.6% year-on-year from 27.7% in May, according to the central bank's data released on the same day. Despite these improvements, economists highlight that Egypt's efforts to boost local food production have been only partially successful, leaving the economy vulnerable to external influences. In June, food and beverage prices surged by 30.8% year-on-year and 3% month-on-month, largely due to a significant increase in subsidized bread prices. The 300% surge in subsidized bread prices, effective from June 1st, had a limited impact on the overall inflation index, as bread constitutes about 1% of the food basket. This rise was offset by lower prices for other food items and a favorable base effect, contributing to the overall decline in inflation.
In our international front, at least 22 people were killed in a strike on Saturday that targeted a makeshift mosque in a displacement camp in West Gaza City, according to hospital officials. The incident occurred at Al-Shati refugee camp, where Palestinians gathered at the site of the attack. Dr. Elewa, head of the emergency room at Al-Ahli Hospital, confirmed at least 20 men were killed instantly, with 2 more dying from their injuries on Sunday.
Mahmoud Bassal, spokesman for Gaza's civil defense, reported that the bombing took place in the middle of the noon prayer. He noted that all injuries were severe, requiring amputation operations. Video footage from the scene showed bodies on prayer mats with multiple individuals missing limbs. The UN Human Rights Office addressed the incidents in its daily briefing on Saturday, stating that the strike occurred around 1300 hours. The report indicated that many people were still inside or near the mosque because the strike happened shortly after the noon prayer. The Israeli Defense Forces have not commented on the incident. The UNOHCHR also referred to another Israeli strike on a displacement camp in southern Gaza, which Israel claimed targeted Hamas military chief alleged involved in the October 7 attacks. There was no reported prior warning for either attack.
I'll thank you for staying with us, and let's take a quick look at our headlines. In our higher education story, Al-Dain University resumes medical classes after war hiatus. In discovery, Turkish innovators develop plasma-powered solution to combat drought. In entertainment, Afrobeat star Davido launches social media app. And in our international, Israeli strike kills 22 in Gaza displacement camp mosque. Thanks for sticking with us on the AAU TV Midweek News. You can also get interactive with us on our various social media handles, Association of African Universities, on Facebook and YouTube. My name is Jemima Deladem. Have a nice day.